girls and boys, mummies and daddies, grannies and grandpas, and anybody else who's joining in today for our Monday night story. Now, our story today is called It Could Have Been Worse. I wonder if you've ever heard anybody say that to you before. Well, it could have been worse. Well, we're going to find out what happens to our little mouse in this story today and why it could have been worse for the mouse. I hope you've had a great day and nothing's happened that's made you say, well, it could have been worse. But here we go. We're ready for our Monday night story of It Could Have Been Worse. So, are you snuggled down somewhere comfy, ready for today's story? Mouse was on his way back home after visiting his town cousin when whoops! He lost his balance and fell to the ground. Ouch! Said Mouse. This isn't my lucky day. It could have been worse, said the cat. Mouse picked himself up and carried on his way. He came to an open field and was scurrying across it when, there's a shadow. Crash! He fell into a hole and disappeared completely. Why do things always go wrong for me? Grumbled Mouse. But it could have been worse. Mouse clambered out of the hole and was off again. Who can you see? I think I'll take a rest, he said. Mouse had just found a comfy space to rest when, who is there with their open mouth? Ouch! He sat on a thistle and shot into the air. Oh, that must hurt. I've done that. I've touched one with my finger and it's ever so prickly. Everything happens to me, wailed Mouse as he pulled some prickles out of his bottom. But it could have been worse. Mouse walked down the hill until he reached a stream. He began to cross it by stepping on the stones. When, can you see who's there going to maybe gobble him up? Splash! He landed in the water. Oh, I'll catch my death of cold, complained Mouse. But it could have been worse. Look what's happened to the fish. Mouse paddled to the edge of the stream and climbed out of the water. See Mr. Frog sat there, shaking himself dry. He was just about to scramble down a deep bank when, who's that waiting for him? Whee! He lost his footing and skidded right to the bottom. cried Mouse. But it could have been worse. What's happened to that poor fox? I think you're right. I think he's being followed and chased by hundreds of bees or wasps. Mouse staggered to his feet and ran all the way home. Who's out there at the top? Oh, it's been a terrible day, he said to his mum as she bathed his cuts and bruises. I fell into a hole, I got wet in the river, and... Never mind, son, said Mum. Snap! Oh, what's happened to the cat? Oh, it's been caught by a mousetrap. It could have been much worse. At least they weren't caught in it. That's what normally mousetraps are for. Well, that brings us to the end of that story. That mouse had a very, very adventurous day with so many things happening to him. But not only did things happen to him, or nearly happen to him, they also happened to the other animals that were in the story. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one tonight. And I hope that you have a wonderful sleep tonight too. Now, have you remembered to clean your teeth? Have you remembered to go to the toilet? And have you remembered to get ready for bed in whatever you wear? Whether it's your pyjamas, whether it's your onesie, whether it's a dressing gown, whether it's your pants, or whether it's something else, your nightie, whatever you're wearing, I hope you're comfortable. So, from me to you, good night, sleep well, and I hope you have a wonderful sleep. And I'll see you again for our story next time. Bye bye.